Welcome to another Enjoying Art landscape watercolor painting lesson. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the wet into wet in different stages. First, let's do a little bit composition. So I'm going to just take any color you want. I'm going to take a little bit red, it's a little bit blue over here together. This is good. The first thing you're going to think about how you're going to use this space. Do you want to have a little bit more space for the sky instead? Sure, in that case, you're going to plan the space a little bit better. Let's say right now it's a little bit too high. How about we're going to make the house over here, the broken house, a little bit lower. So I'm just going to move it down a little bit like that. And now how much I'm going to use the space over here? I'm going to just say, very much over here. That's probably fine. And it looks like I still need to move it down a little bit more. In that case, just move it down, okay? Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about that. There's some mark over here. It's just water it. Because at the end, it's going to be darker than this, okay? No worry. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to put a little mark over here and show a little window. There's a little window over there, like that. That's good. And so a little mark over there, so I have a little bit more sky. So the top over here in the distance, they will be here, right? So like that. And a little point at the front. And I'm going to move the point a little bit more toward the left. Like that. A little bit more toward the left over here. I'm going to open it up a little bit more. Like that. Here you go. That's good. And be brave. There's nothing bad that's going to happen. Okay. So when I paint the sky, I'm also going to paint a little bit the reflection. Okay, ready? We're going to do the wet into wet. I'm going to put this color, put it over here. I'm going to keep a little light color for the cloud. Okay, that's fine, like that. And a little bit cloud in the middle over here, just painting around, that's fine. And a little bit over here in the top. You see, when you have a large brush, forcing you to see the bigger shape, okay? And the little cloud over here, that's fine, okay? And now you can use just the corner of the brush if you want to. So you don't need to actually always use the whole brush. Okay, that's good. Now painting around like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna throw a little bit color over here. You even use the large brush. You don't need to worry too much about the colors gonna be disjointed or the harmony. And you just put the color there, and you can always come back to put a little bit more wet into there. And the bottom over here get a little bit lighter, right? Just use the water, wash the color, and I'm going to just move away, make it a little bit lighter. And that's it. Now, at the same time now, I'm going to take the same color over here, think of the cloud over there, so leave a little cloud in the reflection. Okay, here we go, like that. That's fine, like that. Maybe a little bit darker. I'm going to get a little bit darker, maybe a little bit gray. Just throw a little red color into it. So here you go. Like that. Here you go. Now. That's good. That's just for the reflection in the water. Now, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to start mixing some green color. Earlier, you asked about, hey, how can I see the value? Squint. Now I'm going to think about, the yellow with the blue color that I already have to become the green color, right? Now the green color is a bit too green. Can I make it a little bit more gray? That it will be the red color. So the three colors together make a very neutral color. Okay, here you go. Now it's become a little bit less bright. Well, this is fine. I'm going to put the color right over here. And take a look at that. And I'm going to come a little bit here. I'm going to leave a little gap. I believe over there is still a little bit wet. So I'm going to leave a little gap. I'm going to come back to do a little bit distant colors a little bit later. When I get a little bit closer, the color get a little bit changed. So I'm going to touch it. That's okay because I have a little reflection on the edge of the this water. That's just okay. I'm going to have it like that. Don't worry about too much. Just keep thinking about how to have fun. I'm going to have a little bit dry brush like that and coming over here. That's fine. Okay, that's just good. And we're going to throw the red color at the front to make it a little bit more brown, a warm color, right? I'll put this color over there. Now I'm going to think about how dark this color is supposed to be. When you squint your eye, you can see the true value. Oh, this color compared to that color, oh, now it looks like very much the same darkness on my paper. Can you squint? And you can see that, right? But when you see the reference, this is much darker, right? What are you going to do? Get more pinks. Okay, get more red over here. Okay, I'm going to get more yellow. Here we go. I'm going to get more blue. Now you're thinking about that, oh, this doesn't look like a green, but don't worry about it. Is it green or not green? We want some darker color. Now it's darker. And get more yellow. Okay, you want to be brighter, get more blue. And if you don't get the correct value, the painting is not going to be as pretty as you want it to be. Because the value is very, very important. Now paint it over. Here you go. Now you see that? You get it much darker. Now you squint your eye, look at this again. Is that darker than the outside? Yeah. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little bit brighter color and I'm going to get more yellow. I have not washed my brush so far, right? So because I know that the next color I'm going to mix is going to have the same color, but I have a little bit more yellow and red. In that case, I get more yellow and red, and they will become fine. So why do you rush to wash it and then going to get the color again, right? No need to. So all in your mind, okay? Now I'm going to have some dry brush, give a little texture. Oh, that looks good. Okay, that's good, like that. I'm going to throw the color over here with the dry color like that. Okay, that's good. Come a little bit more. Now on the top over there, I'm going to have a little bit orange color. So you see that we're not doing painting the subject. We're painting with the color. We keep thinking about it's just the color. I'm going to have a little bit water. Now let go some of the pinks. Okay, just let go some of them. And I'm going to get a little bit red. Okay, get a little bit yellow because I see that. Can you say it one more time? Your question? I will let go some of the paints because I want to have less paint. That is just some of the paint off from here. Can you see that? Okay. What do you mean no? Oh, I just say wash a little bit off from. Well, if something that you don't see, there will be water. That's it. That's it. Everything else you see. Okay. Now I have the little bit lighter over here. Now over there is just kind of getting dry now, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little bit blue. Okay, here we go. Get a little red because my brush still have some yellow. Now it looks a little bit gray, so that's good. Now I'm going to get a little bit more blue. So with these three colors, somehow you can make it very great. Now I'm going to put a little bit light gray color in the distance. Now I close the gap. So most of the time when you are painting with a large brush, you can make it like a small brush. Okay, I'm gonna come in over here. Just use the sideway, a little bit tiny. Now here you go, that's the distance over there. Now close the gap. Okay, now I come back over here. I'm gonna have a little bit red. Now let's take a look. A little red over here. Now I'm gonna put a little red over here. Here you go. And tap on it. That's fine. Sometimes it doesn't look like the reference. Maybe the best thing you have. And don't have to be always look like. And throw a little shape over here. That's good. Like that. And now I'm going to have a little bit darker color. Now, the next thing is what we're going to do is make some darker color. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean the brush. Okay. Just put it into the water. I'm going to have this brush rest on my table. And then I'm going to pick the calligraphy brush. Now it's about 11 minutes. So we still have another 4 minutes. Now here we go. Now I'm going to mix the dark color now. The dark color, just get the red, right? I'm going to put the dark color red and have the blue color. Now just put it dark. But however, that color, it has a little bit gray. This is not so. This is good. This will be the good color for that. All right, this is good. Now we're going to paint the house. Okay, let's take a look. Just paint the shape. Okay, I don't want you to think about the other house. I'm just going to paint the shape over here. The top already dry. Okay, I painted coming over here. I'm also going to leave a little bit gap over here. See that? Here we go. Can you see that? That's good. Just see the shape. Here we go. Just see the shape. You can change the shape if the shape doesn't look interesting enough to you. Okay, now I'm gonna coming down over here and maybe raise the rooftop a little bit higher. Like that, that's good. And when you do the shape correctly, but most of the time you are looking for not color, you're looking for the value. The value is a big part of the color that you look for. But you're making sure you get the value correctly. And here you go. And sometimes when you're frustrated, it's not because of the color mixing, it's that you forget that how dark the color is should be over there. Now I'm going to coming over here, I'm going to change the color a little bit different. So I'm going to have a little bit lighter. Just get a little bit orange color, right? Have the little bit red and yellow color, a little bit more over here. Now I'm going to put that color like here. Here we go. I'm going to having up. Okay, coming down like this. That's good. Have a little line coming here. And a little window over here. That's good. Just see a little shape over here and leave the gap on this side. Okay, that's good. See a little bit on the outside. Like that, that's good. I'm going to come over here. There's a little distance coming over there. And a little big shape over here, coming all the way over here. Here you go. Now see the other side of the shape. That's good. Oh, I can have this a little bit higher. Have that shape a little bit higher. So now we already have some shape over there. And we come back a little bit later. Now we're going to mix a little bit darker color. Just a little bit more red, a little bit more blue. So far, I haven't changed the color in the brush. It's just modified the different amount of these three colors. Now here you go. I'm going to throw the shape over here. Okay, just put the shape over there. Okay, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna have a little bit, just get rid some of the color. It still have some of the color. Just put the brush in the water, dissolve some of them. but you don't want to clean all of them because you still need to keep some of the pinks, right? You just want to make it a little bit lighter. Now I'm going to put that over here. Now I'm going to have a little bit shape over here. Here you go, like that. And I'm going to come in on the top over here. If I want it to be even lighter, and then I'm probably going to let go a little bit more of the pinks. Okay, a little bit shape over here, like that. So I'm going to let go more paint. In that case, it's just put in the water and let go some more. Okay, now I'm going to come back over here because I want it to be a little bit lighter over here. Here we go. Here we go. That's good. Like that. Coming over there, and I'm going to have a little bit difference over here. So I don't want to have it so straight. That's just good. Like that. All right. I'm going to have a little bit texture like that. And maybe a little bit over here. The front have some. Now I'm going to come in over here. We need a little vertical line, which is where you're going to get that and in a moment. Okay, here we go. Get a little shape over here, a little bit soft shape over there. Now here we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just throw, the color is still wet. So I'm going to throw a little bit orange color. Like I get the yellow and the red, that will be look like a little bit orange, right? I'm going to throw a little bit color over here. And this color will push the color around and they will looks a little bit lighter color. So when it's still wet, you can do this. After you dry, you can, right? And the color only can stay on top of the color. Now you can push the color around. Okay, that's good, like that. And don't worry, I will watch you when you're doing the painting. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna need a little bit scratch over here. And it's still a little wet, so I'm gonna still a little scratch for the vertical line. From here all the way down. And here you go. That's the top. It doesn't do anything. But I will go through over there. It have something. Break it apart. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little bit brownish color, right? A little bit orange-ish brown color. I'm going to put that color in the top over here. Connect that. And then down over here. In between. And see a little gap. Now I clean my brush. So I just drag a little color in here. But I don't want it to be totally get away. And that's painting. It's almost done, right? So I'm going to have a little bit softer over here. Like that. And maybe a little bit like that. And maybe throw a little bit color. Maybe something over here look like the tree in the background. If you want to have something break the horizon. Okay. Throw a little color over here. That have a little feeling, a little bit tree if you want to. And if you want to take a look over here, it looks like the water stand out too much. However, this color actually darker than the sky. Why it stand out so much? Because the color around this area dark. In this case, I'm going to just have a little blue color with a little red. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to dim it down a little bit. Just get this color, make it a little bit darker, like this. And so that it won't stand out as much. Okay? Because it looks the same color, but why it look lighter? Because the contrast, right? Now it doesn't stand out that much for you. Okay? Now I think my demonstration is good. And actually the couple line I can also throw it in the front over here. Here we go. And still the line over here. And coming down a little bit like that. Just make a little detail. And maybe a little bit over here. I see a little line and maybe a little line like that coming down from there. So I have some vertical line. Okay. So I think it looks very simple, but it's all about dark color, light color that create that harmony. Okay, now it's your turn. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. Subscribe and turn on notification if you haven't done so. I'm looking forward to see you in my next video.